All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Athenian Stranger tutorial video where today we are going to learn how to graph equations on a graph. Okay, so here's a graph and the equation we're given is y equals x plus 3. Okay, so we need to just make a couple of comments about this equation so that we understand what we're trying to accomplish here. So first of all, the very first thing we do when we get a new equation is we determine what the y-intercept is. And in this case, the y-intercept, or the place that the graph crosses the y-axis, is at 3. Okay, so the coordinates for that location are 0, 3. So I need to go to 0, 3, and I need to put a dot right there. Okay? So that's my first point that I'm going to plot. Once I plot the y-intercept, I need to determine what the slope is. Now in this equation, y equals x plus 3, what we're doing is we'd really like to know what number goes in front of the x. But you see there's no number there? Well, when it's an x all by itself, you can assume that that number is 1. So in this case, we have a slope of 1. Okay, and that really means 1 over 1. So the top number, that's the rise. The bottom number, that's the run. This means go up 1 over 1, okay? So let's go back down to our y-intercept here at 3. We start here and we go up 1 over 1, okay? And we're back on the line, okay? So this is another point on our line. You could do it again. You could start there and go up 1 over 1. Just put in, you could keep doing this and you see a pattern start to emerge where you see that if you filled in all these spaces in between, you'd have a line. Okay, and that's what we do is we say, all right, I get the idea. This is just going to go on forever like this. And so I'm going to draw the conclusion that if I were to lay a ruler down, okay, let's do a different color here, and then just kind of draw a line, then it would look something like that. Okay, so that's in fact what we need to do. Let's go back to the problem. So we're going to start here at positive 3, put a dot. Okay. Now remember, the slope was rise 1. So you put your cursor right there on the 3, go up 1, run 1. Ooh, look at that. Bingo. This software that we're using here, Delta Math, it creates the line for you. Well, let's look at another one. Okay, let's do a new one. Now we have y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. Well, we're going to take another picture of this and, oops, I need to zoom out a little bit so I can get the whole thing. Okay, now I've got this in here. Now let's do our analysis, ladies and gentlemen. So the very first thing we do is we look at that number on the end and we say, what is that number? Well, that number is the y-intercept. It's where it crosses the y-axis, and it crosses at positive 1. So we go over here to positive 1, put you a dot. Now we look at the slope. The slope is negative 2 over 3. So what this means is you go, because it's negative, you're going to go down 2 over 3. So starting from the y-intercept, we're going to go down 2 over 3. And so our next point would be right here. Okay? You could do it again. down 2 over 3. Okay, here's you another point on that line. Do it again. Down 2 over 3. Put you another point there. You see the pattern, right? So now take you a straight edge, like a ruler, and line it up. This is how you do it if you were doing it on paper. Okay? And just draw the line in. Put your little arrowheads on it, and there's your line. Now in Delta Math, it kind of makes it easier for you. First, we're going to plot this y-intercept here at positive 1. And then we're going to go down 2, down 1, down 2, over 1, 2, 3. And you just put the dot there, and that's it. It's as easy as that. Let's do another one. 1/2 x minus 4. Well, I think we can just start doing problems now. We know that the y-intercept is at negative 4. I just want to point out that you have to keep the sign, okay, with its number. So you go to negative 4, put a dot. All right? And now look at that number in front of x. 1 over 2. It's positive, so that means rise 1, go up 1, over 2 from the y-intercept. Okay, so we go up 1, oops, screwed it up 1 over 1, 2. Bingo. Up 1 over 2. Now I've graphed my line. There we go. Submit answer. And we'll do one more. Okay? 1/5 x plus 4. So again, we're going to start at the origin, and our y-intercept is at 4, so we go up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4. Put a dot. And now the slope is 1 over 5. So starting at that dot, we go up 1. That's the rise. Now we're going to go over to the right 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot. And there you go. Okay? I'll just do one more. I feel like we're going to do one more and we'll stop. Negative 1/2 x plus 1. Fantastic. So our plus 1, it goes right there. You start at the origin, you go up 1, bingo. Now it's negative 1/2 x. So starting at that point, we're going to go down 1 over 1, 2. Over 2, okay? Because it's down 1 over 2. That's how you read that slope. And there you go. You could just do hundreds of these, right? Well, I hope you found this easy. Don't think too much about it. Just remember to graph your y-intercept first, and then from there, use that slope to either rise and run or fall and run to plot your next point. And that's as easy as it gets. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.